Okay, folks. Hey, this is Michael with Medicare Savings. Just doing a quick video for the Savannah River Site folks, the retirees. And this letter is from my Medicare advocate, but it's also called, used to be called, it changed names to Write-Op. So the folks that worked for the Savannah River Site and have retired, and their retiree spouses, they happen to get a health reimbursement account that is paid into by Savannah River Site when you're working for them. And what happens is that when you have a HRA account, also known as a retiree reimbursement account, you have money in there to where when you retire you get a stipend, and you have to be eligible for that stipend, and that stipend is used to obviously get the rest of your health care, and so a lot of folks that are on original Medicare Part A and B use it to pay for their Medicare supplement plans or Medigap plans. So the big question is if you're a SRS retiree, are you eligible to work with an independent broker, or do you have to work with this company right here? And this is to answer the question, because a lot of these folks that are with this company actually are overpaying for their coverage, and that's where I saw that could be a big help to folks that are on fixed incomes, that are on these HRA accounts, that need these stipends to make sure that they get coverage for their either Medigap plans, or dental, or vision, or hearing, stuff that they have to pay for in their retirement. So let's look at the rules. So the new rules regarding the stipend. So this was effective actually in 2016. So Savannah River Site is implementing new rules regarding who can receive the company stipend through the HRA. The new rules impact the following: retirees who never enrolled in a Medicare plan through MMA, that's My Medicare Advocate, now known as Write-Up, but also retirees who initially enrolled in a Medicare plan through MMA, but then discontinued with their MMA enrollment because they opted to have only original Medicare Part A and B, and they have enrolled in plans outside of MMA. So that statement right there was effective in 2016 from Savannah River Site, and that makes a lot of sense, because folks want to know, are there other options? And you could go with this initial enrollment with MMA to make sure that you're eligible, but then after that initial enrollment you can make the choice. You have the option, just like original Medicare, you have the option to go to whatever provider, doctor, or hospital you want in the country, essentially. So let's move on down to the actual verbiage on who is eligible for these plans. So if you are SRS retiree, and I got this information off a cold call, off a woman who was seriously thinking about changing plans. I won't give her name out, 'cause she's one of our clients now, but essentially she wanted to make sure that she was doing the right decision. She didn't want to go with an independent broker that didn't know the process of eligibility, didn't know the process of going to the independent carriers that have all these automated stipend and HRA plans already are able to process them, and that was the big thing for her. She's been filing the claims for herself all these years, and her spouse, but then as soon as she could see the savings, and it was a pretty big savings, I think it was right around $1,400. So as soon as she saw that it was savings, and we could verify her eligibility and verify that she would still get the stipend, and she also found out, since she was saving that much money, her stipend actually rolled over into the following months, and she could use it for other things and other coverages like dental and vision and hearing that you don't get protected under with Medicare nor the supplement. So let's read on down here. So the stipend will now be available to all retirees as follows. Retirees who never enroll in a Medicare supplement plan through MMA are now eligible to receive the stipend as long as they enroll in the medical plan during an open enrollment period. All right, due to a qualifying event such as losing coverage from another plan. Also, retirees who initially enrolled in a Medicare plan, in a medical plan through MMA, but then discontinued their MMA enrollment, are now eligible for the stipend once again, as long as they are enrolled in Medicare Part A and B. So if you're enrolled in original Medicare Part A and B, and you know you have that plan or that coverage along with a Medicare supplement plan, like say Plan F, Plan G, or Plan N. If you have a private insurance company, say Mutual of Omaha, Blue Cross Blue Shield, or Aetna or Cigna, and you have on your ID card, it should say Medicare supplement, and then it'll have a letter plan. It'll say Medicare supplement Plan F, which is full coverage, Plan G, which is full coverage again, but with one minor difference, that the Medicare beneficiary pays out the $183 yearly Part B deductible. And then, you know, Plan N is also of good value, but there are some copays that you get into if you're visiting the hospital or doctor a lot. So and also it does not provide the Part B excess charges, so that's something to look into. But if you have questions about your plan, please give us a call. That way it won't be as confusing. So 843-608-8846 is my direct number. My name's Michael C. Fischbach. I'm licensed in multiple states. I help folks out every single day lower their coverage, because most folks that I work with are already on Medicare and are on fixed incomes and are looking to make sure that they're not overpaying, and they have interest in not overpaying. So I've saved folks thousands of dollars because they're healthy enough, health qualified into these lower rate plans, because as an independent broker, I work directly with every company, but I don't work directly for them. I work directly for my clients, and my clients want the same coverage for a lower price, or they want coverage that meets their change in needs. Say they are getting these excess doctor's charges for going to the doctor, and it's obviously a bigger bill than they thought that they would have to pay. So then we walk them through the steps. So anyhow, get on. I digress. So let's go back to this SRS retiree letters. Okay, so last thing here. So as long as retirees initially enrolled in a Medicare plan through MMA at one point, or initially enrolled in a medical plan through MMA going forward, and maintain that plan throughout the year, then they will receive the stipend. So so this is how it reads. So you have to initially enroll through what SRS and Write-Up have agreed to. Once you initially enroll from there, you can look into other plans. So if you've been on Write-Up for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years now, you've seen your rates go up, and that's where they have only a few companies that they work with, but I've compared the quotes, and my clients have compared the quotes side by side. More or less, if we can find a better plan for you for a better price with a strong, stable company, and it makes sense to you, then why not do it? If I can't find a better plan for you, or I can't find a lower rate for you, then we can part as friends. But from what I've experienced, some of the SRS folks are staying on these plans and are overpaying for their coverage as much as $1,400 in a household. So that's a lot of money in the first year alone, because it's a 12-month lock-in rate. Now this is interesting here. I don't know if this number has changed or not, but according to this letter, the annual stipend amount will continue to be $2,400 each per Medicare eligible retiree and dependent. So that's for the entire household. So when let's do some quick math here. So when I save these folks $1,400, all right, that's huge. So for the household, you're getting $2,400, right? And then I save them 1,400 something. I forgot the exact number, but that leaves them $1,000 of stipend to actually make sure that they're good with their their dental, vision, and hearing, since they didn't have that coverage. They wanted to go forward with that. See if they are covered with their their cancer plans or any other plans, because this is exactly what this stipend is for. It's for the folks that have worked those long, hard years, and they tell me about it, for when they have earned the right to have this this stipend, and so they just want to be eligible and make sure that they're making the right decision. And from what I can tell you from our experience is that we can show folks a really good competitive rate, and we've beaten a lot of the rates that that this company has provided. And we only do Medicare supplements, so we do that free annual review year after year. Make sure that that you continue to have that rate review. You continue to we continue to check in with you, and not just one time, but we want to make sure that we have a relationship with you. You can call us at any time to make sure that your stipend is still good with the carrier that you have. Does that carrier have, or company have, an automatic claims process for your stipend? So it really is cool to find these savings for the folks that we can help. And it's also very neat that we're able to help this specific niche in the Medicare space, because every company's different, not only from the carrier side in terms of customer service, but the plans are the same. They're they're standardized and federally regulated, but every company is different when it comes to your HRA, your RRA, these stipends, because you want to know that when you do change, you want to know that you're eligible. You want to know not only if you're eligible, but if that stipend is a rollover. If you have this excess of $1,000, do you get to keep that for the next month? And for this particular case, for SRS, you do. So that's huge. That's huge when it comes to a fixed income budget in your retirement years. I don't know what if they're able to take it out, but it's almost like they won the healthcare lottery a little bit. So that makes me feel really good. But anyhow, folks, I'm just trying to inform the SRS folks, retirees, that there are other options other than MMA or write-op, and you just got to make sure that you're eligible. And if you're eligible, and I'm more than happy to send you this SRS Retiree letter. You can also call the SRS Retiree Association. I'll leave a link down below to them, and you can give verification that way. That's probably one of the most direct and best ways. You'll have to call them. Typically they don't have anybody there, but leave a message. Someone will give you a call back. I've called them before, and that way you guys can check into your eligibility, because that's the biggest factor. And then from there, it's a very easy process, and showing you guys if we can help more SRS retirees with their Medicare supplement plans and other coverages such as dental, vision, and hearing. So guys, this is Michael from Medicare Savings. If you have any questions at all, I'll leave my contact information below. Call us directly, 843-608-8846. If I can't pick up the phone, please leave a message. And yeah, just don't wait for the next rate increase. See if we can help you out. So take care, guys. Bye.